Hello everybody, Dr. Raul Rodriguez here with Rodriguez Rejuvenation. This video, I'm going to cover two very important things. Number one, I'm going to be covering why it is safe to come to our office to get the treatments that you need or desire, and to go to your doctor's office in general if they're employing safe practices. Number two, I'm going to give you towards the end of this video some very concrete advice on what you can do to protect yourself and your family from COVID. Regular COVID, new variants to come. These are things that I'm doing personally and things that my family is doing personally. I'm going to share all those things with you in this video. Now, first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable coming to our office. We employ safe practices. All of the people that come into our office, we check their temperature. We ask them ahead of time if they're sick or ill, or if they have anything, that even a cold, it's best to stay away. And that's just a wise practice. When people come to the office, we ask that anyone that's not fully vaccinated, that they wear a mask for everyone's comfort. In our office, everybody's vaccinated. But even though we're all vaccinated, when we're in close quarters, like in an exam room or something like that, working closely with the patient, we still wear our masks for their comfort, so to speak, even though nobody here has COVID and nobody in the office is going to transmit COVID to anyone. In addition to that, between each patient, we disinfect our rooms with we disinfect all the contact areas to make sure that everything is safe for the next patient that's coming in. Now, these are all very good safe practices, and of course we do all the other things like hand washing and things like that too, of course. But also, I wanted to put things in perspective. Coming to this office, and to most doctors' offices, but I'm going to speak specifically about our office, coming to this office is a lot safer than going to the Walmart, going to the Home Depot, or going to the Kroger, where you may have people that are not vaccinated, people that may have COVID, people that may be carriers of COVID, not even realize they have COVID and think they have a cold or something mild, that are going to be handling the products that you're going to buy, put in your grocery cart, and take home to your family. Nobody thinks about that when they go to the Kroger, to the Walmart, to the Home Depot. You have no control over who's coming and going. You don't know anyone's status, and it's not nearly as safe as what I've just described to you here in our office. So please do not be afraid to come to our office, and certainly do not be afraid to go see your doctor if you have any sort of medical condition. Because guess what? Just because of COVID, that doesn't mean people aren't still dying of heart attacks. You know, heart disease is still the number one killer. If you have chest pain, go to your doctor. Do not be afraid to get required or necessary medical attention because of all the publicity regarding COVID-19 and or its variants. Now, I'm going to share with you some very specific things that you can do, concrete things that you can do to really keep yourself safe. Okay? First of all, there's a lot of controversy about vaccines and about masks and things like that. Let me be very straightforward and blunt with you. I'm vaccinated, my staff is vaccinated. With any vaccine, whether it's a brand new vaccine like the COVID vaccine or a vaccine that's been out for a long time with a lot of testing, there could be some latent, that means side effects or complications years down the road that we may not know. You have to weigh the risks versus the benefits of any sort of medical treatment you have. Okay, what are my risks right now if I get sick, and even if I don't die, if I'm going to be laid off from work, I can't take care of my children, I may potentially infect my family. What are the risks of that versus I may come down with the shakes 20 years from now from some unsuspected neurologic condition caused by the virus. It's unlikely that vaccines cause things like that because the vaccines are not real virus particles, and there are also parts of the virus particle that stimulate your immune system so that when it does see the virus, it recognizes those parts of the virus and it attacks the virus and kills it. That's how the vaccines actually protect you. Now, having said that, there's evidence suggesting that people that have actually gotten COVID, may have higher titers of antibody or levels of antibodies than those people that are fully vaccinated. And it would make sense because for the vaccines, especially the two-part vaccines, which are the ones that I recommend, the Pfizer and the Moderna, For those, you're getting partial little pieces, certain specific pieces of the virus that simulate your immune system. That's enough to give you some degree of protection. Being vaccinated against COVID gives you protection against the variants. Most of the people, if not all the people, almost exclusively, that are being hospitalized and dying of the new Delta variant are people that have not been vaccinated originally. Because the regular vaccine will give you some protection of Delta variant and other variants that are coming down the pike. But if you think about somebody that's actually had COVID, they didn't get a little piece of the virus. They got the full virus in their body, and I guarantee you there's a bigger fight going on in here than when we got a little bit of the virus to a vaccine. So if you've actually got the real virus and your body's fought it off, your titers are probably going to be even higher, and their studies suggest this. Your levels of antibodies of protection are going to be even higher than people that are fully vaccinated. So if you think you've gotten it, if you know you've gotten it, one of the things that I would recommend to you is that you get together with your doctor and get tested. Test for antibodies to see whether you have sufficient antibodies to perhaps give you sufficient protection. And then you can discuss with your doctor whether or not you should still get a vaccine or whether you should get a booster at some point to keep those levels high and keep the protection level high. Okay? Other things, the most important thing that you can do is to keep your body healthy. One of the things that I personally do is I take 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C every day. I take 50 milligrams of zinc. Zinc has been found to be very effective in helping to ward off serious illness with COVID virus. In addition to those things, I get regular exercise. That's also an important component. And vitamin D, before I forget, because many people that are getting hospitalized, one of the things that they found is that they have low levels of vitamin D. I take 15,000 units of vitamin D, like dog, D3, every day. If you're a little bit plump, obesity has been found to increase your chance of getting seriously ill from COVID and dying. So if you are obese, you have excess weight, exercise is going to help you, but lose that weight, get down to a healthier weight and size. Because if you do get exposed to the virus, if you do get the virus, even if you end up in the hospital, your chances of surviving are going to be much greater if you're normal size instead of overweight. So I hope that these practical tips have been helpful for you. If you find that they have been, if you find that this video has been educational for you, please give us a thumbs up. And feel free to share the video with everyone that you care about and love, that may appreciate the information and that may want to protect themselves against COVID-19. Once again, Dr. Raul Rodriguez from Rodriguez Rejuvenation, to your good health.